Some civil society groups have lashed out at oil giant Shell Nigeria for failing to remit oil revenues to the federal government, consequently contributing to oil revenue loss.
Our correspondent Femi Akande tells us more.
They have an axe to grind with oil giant Shell Nigeria. They feel the oil exploration and manufacturing company is sabotaging the president's economic agenda by failing to remit crude oil shipment revenue to the federal government. Just last week, the National Economic Council complained about the rising loss of oil revenue that puts the country at a risk of losing $2.7 billion this year alone.
Bottom of this crisis.
Here, the Nigerian National Interest Defenders claim that these oil thefts are mostly perpetrated at Shell terminals.
Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria is alleged to be responsible for most of the stealing of our crude oil from terminals. It is disheartening that within the first 6 months of this year, 22 million barrels of crude oil has been either stolen from Nigeria, which is projected to a figure that would have made Nigeria collapse if not that efforts are being made to protect it.
Those who are currently collaborating with Shell to steal our commonwealth are enriching themselves and their family. Apart from enriching themselves, they are sabotaging the effort of government, the effort of President Muhammadu Buhari, and the next level agenda to greatly transform our country for the better.
The now dissolved Special Presidential Investigatory Panel on the Recovery of Public Property, led by Okoye Obono Obla, in June this year, sued 4 major oil companies for not being transparent in reporting their production activities. The panel also accused the companies of engaging in under-remittance of taxes and oil and gas royalties, and in some cases, diverting such funds to private coffers. The manager, Media Communications of Shell Nigeria, Bamidele Odugbeson, in a telephone conversation, told TVC News that all these allegations are untrue. Mr. Odugbeson says Shell Nigeria upholds ethical conduct in all its operations. He says their activity is on behalf of the joint venture partners and the federal government controls 55%, and the regulators are the terminals to monitor activities. Mr. Odugbeson says the oil giant continues to remit billions of dollars annually and will never work against the economic interest of Nigeria. Femi Akande, TVC News, Abuja.